Welcome back to the MSU Federal Credit Union Coaches Show.
In year 2 under Jonathan Smith and his staff, there's a greater comfort level and familiarity around the football facility. But one player who has been a familiar face long before Smith arrived in East Lansing is linebacker Darius Snow. Our Tyler Driesinga recently sat down with Snow and has more on his perseverance through a roller coaster of an MSU career.
Darius Snow has just about seen it all at Michigan State. He's played for 3 head coaches, none of which initially recruited him. He's played for 5 position coaches and 3 defensive coordinators. He's endured a pandemic and serious injury.
Anybody goes through something tough. I can speak from my own experience. It always means something different when you can speak from your own experience when I'm trying to help them out. But I mean, otherwise, there's been highs, there's been lows. But you know, the great thing about it is I'm blessed to still be able to play this game, and I have another opportunity this year. I'm looking forward to take full advantage of it.
Snow is back for his 6th season with the Spartans and attacks each day with gratitude after all he's been through.
Faith shows the reality of what we hope for. It is the evidence of things we cannot see. Hebrews 11:1. I think that I like to say I try to live by that approach, especially nowadays, because you know, with this game and with everything, you know, you cannot be playing tomorrow. I mean, you cannot be living tomorrow. So it's about believing that everything that has happened, is happening, will happen, was supposed to happen.
The son of MSU basketball great Eric Snow and nephew of MSU football great Percy Snow, Darius committed to the Spartans back in 2019 under Mark D'Antonio. D'Antonio retired just before Snow got to campus. His freshman year was marred by the COVID-19 pandemic. There was no spring ball, fall camp was shortened, and the Spartans played just 7 games. His sophomore year, he took a huge leap, starting 9 games for the 11-2 Peach Bowl champions.
And it's intercepted. Darius Snow picks it up for the Spartans.
The thing about 21 that made us special is a lot of those guys, one, yes, they're talented, but I mean, we had a lot of friendships outside of just being here every day. I see that a lot with this team. That's why I think this team can be great.
Everything was looking up for Snow, and then the coaching staff wanted him to change positions in the spring of 2022.
What were those conversations like? Why was that something that you were open to trying?
Oh, I wouldn't necessarily say it was my idea.
It wasn't that open to trying.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm always looking forward to helping the team. The way it was explained and how I kind of saw it was an opportunity for me to kind of take the next step in my personal game. Be more versatile, show more versatility, and obviously my end goal is to play professionally, and that's a position that I definitely have a great chance of playing professionally. So a lot of factors played into it, but I mean, the spring was a great learning experience for me because I really hadn't ever actually played linebacker like that before, and fall camp until the next step, was able to start the first game. Obviously, you know what happened after that.
What happened after that was a serious leg injury in the first half of the season opener. After months of learning a new position and building up anticipation, his season was over as quickly as it started.
I think the hardest thing for me earlier on was because I had gotten to a point during that camp and with everything I kind of built up on of accomplishing my dream. And I had a great chance to go out and have a great year and be able to go play professionally. So I think that was the hardest thing to kind of grasp, that it was kind of like a reset. At the end of the day, for me personally, it was just about believing that everything was going to happen. Everything that was supposed to happen would happen. And it's been a long time, but we're still going.
That belief was tested again in 2023. After a grueling year of rehab, he returned to action in Week 3 against Washington. He played in 4 games until another injury derailed another season.
I'm a Christian man. I believe everything happens for a reason. And I think that there's lessons in everything that does happen. Sometimes it just takes you a minute to find them out. So I learned a lot. I was able to kind of approach life differently.
Was there any point where you considered calling it a day and quitting football, or did that never really cross your mind?
I think there was a moment where I actually spoke to my dad, pretty private conversation about it, but one thing that he said, and I'm sure I've said it before, you never want to stop doing anything when you feel like you still can do more.
The 2023 season ended with another coaching change, and Snow entered the transfer portal. But Jonathan Smith and the new staff convinced him to return. and he enjoyed an injury-free 2024.
The first thing, early impressions, right, is what kind of player are they? And he had some athleticism, multiple positions, played in the back end, could play physically in linebacker, learn more of his story. You talk about well-rounded from the school side, the type of teammate he was, and then yes, on the football and the football IQ. Smart player, can play a couple of positions, special teams value, so we're really glad he's here.
I think adaptability is probably second to availability when it comes to sports, because at the end of the day, if you can't be adaptable, you really become fit to a specific system or a specific area, and it doesn't allow you to really grow. And at some point, you're going to get passed by.
Through every setback, position switch, and coaching change, Snow has adjusted to new circumstances and charted a path forward. A sixth-year senior is rare enough, but 6 years at one school in the transfer portal era? Snow's uncommon story shows the value of learning to love a place through good times and bad.
There's nothing in life that's perfect. That goes for sports, life, profession, relationships. It's about accepting the flaws for what they are, dealing with them, and then working to grow from them. So, I mean, nothing's perfect. Nothing is perfect. No place is perfect. I know that, and I'm not expecting it to be perfect. But just then again, at the same time, nothing ever gets better if it's not put under pressure, and it's not hard. So, like I said before, I've grown not just as a player, but as a person here. So those are things that I'll take with me for the rest of my life, and I'll always be able to say that, hey, I grew as a man at Michigan State.
Snow's injury in 2022 came against Western Michigan, the same opponent MSU will be opening this season against on Friday night. And he says it's a little bit of a full circle moment for him and a chance to show how he has battled through adversity over the course of his career.